bottom it says Trump's agenda, meaning Satan's plan, just in case you weren't sure, right? And this is a separate one. Thursday, HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. faces questions from senators on CDC chaos. They're not biased. They're not biased. Not at all.
And CEO of the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, Dr. Richard Besser. Really good to have you. If you were sitting on that Senate panel, Doctor, what would your question be to RFK Jr.?
Wow, it's hard to know where to begin. You went through a list of the things that he's done in terms of eliminating a quarter of CDC's staff. He came in wanting to focus with laser attention on chronic diseases, and then he eliminated.
Former CDC director casts RFK Jr. as dangerous. Remember the word they always use? That's speech. Dangerous. What he's saying, dangerous. Because once it's dangerous, then it's okay to use violence. That's why they use that word. That's why they use that word. It's dangerous. See? RFK Jr. is speaking stuff. He's dangerous.
The Office on Smoking and Health, and we know that smoking is the #1 preventable cause.
Okay, this is the stupidity of this guy. Well, we talk about laser focusing on health, then he got rid of the Office of Smoking and whatever. If you don't know smoking's bad for you, I don't know what's wrong with you. The entire world knows smoking's bad. You should probably get rid of the Department of Smoke or whatever. It's the right move. People know it's bad and they choose to smoke. And by the way, they may, because they're consenting adults, and they may smoke if they want to smoke. And lots of people have chosen to smoke. His little office up there, whatever, is it going to go? No one goes, I've been smoking. Let me check the CDC website. Wait a minute. How come no one told me smoking's bad for me? Well, luckily, this guy, Besser, has told me, I've seen it on the CDC website, that smoking's bad. I'm quitting. Never happened ever. This guy's full of shit. He's just trying to find reasons to attack him again. Again, it's just how do we attack? How do we attack? How do we attack?
Of chronic disease. So I'd ask him about those things.
I'd ask him, why did you get rid of the smoking thing? Because you're an idiot and don't know smoking's bad. Stop.
But I would also ask him if he directed his director of the CDC, Dr.
Yeah, canceled billions in research, mass layoffs, withdrew vaccine guidance, replaced vaccine panel. Jesus Christ. No, yeah, canceled garbage research. True. That's true. Lots of HHS layoffs. I'm not mad. Withdrew guidance. Not mad. Replaced the vaccine panel. Not mad. None of these I'm mad at. I'm like, okay, where's the bad part?
Menarez to fire her leadership team. And I'd want to know why, since they are all extremely talented civil servants, public health leaders.
They're all extremely talented public servants, leaders. Is America healthier, asshole? It's not. In fact, it's one of the least healthy countries in the developed world, isn't it? So they're all these things and they suck. Let me say it again. They're all these cool things and they suck. And so do you. How do I know? Because outcomes matter far more than the gold stars on your shitty pieces of paper. Your pieces of paper mean nothing. Zero. Nothing. Outcomes matter. When my child dies, I can wipe my ass with a sheet of paper. It means nothing. When people are obese, when people are sick, when people have kidney disease, when literally, and I'm not making this up, women have had a massive increase in alcoholism and cirrhosis of the liver. When did that start? Do you know when that started, Mr. Wise Ass? Mr. Smoking's bad. Mr. Smoking's bad? That happened when you assholes locked us down. And a bunch of women, and men, I know men didn't do this, I don't know why. Women did this. This is for alcohol. Men did other substances. Women chose alcohol. That's what women chose. As a whole, obviously, not every woman out, but as a whole, women chose alcohol. So after the lockdowns happened, you had massive amounts of alcoholism within women. Is it cirrhosis? Cirrhosis of the liver? Yes, all over the place. Wow. But don't worry, because these people are public servants, whatever the fuck that means. It means nothing. Nobody cares about your privileged horseshit. Your outcomes are garbage. You should be fired. If the private market ran, and that's how he was doing this, private market runs it. What's the outcome? The outcome's garbage, you're fired. Pack your shit. Government outcomes garbage. Let's get some more degrees. Let's throw some more money at it. The outcome is garbage. The outcome is our health. That's the outcome. Your degrees mean nothing. Your credentials are shit.
Who do not serve at will. They are civil servants. I would ask him whether he
said, do not serve at will. They are civil servants. And it means in his eyes, because they're civil servants, they get to stay forever. He's not joking. He just said the quiet part out loud. I would argue, if you are a civil servant, that means you serve the public. When you cannot serve the public, you're gone. He doesn't see that. He says, no, I've earned it, therefore I stay forever, and the government must pay for me forever. That's what he actually means. I'm not exaggerating. That's what he actually means.
He told Dr. Benares that she had to agree to approve whatever recommendations came out of the advisory committee to the CDC on immunizations. There's great concern that the committee doesn't have the background, the expertise to make recommendations for the nation.
They don't know like she knows. She knows. Will you poors shut up and listen to your betters already? I don't know why you guys keep doing this.
And I would ask whether he told her she had to approve those.
Here's funny is all 5 of those guys are gone and they got all credentials, and 3 months from now, no one's gonna give a shit. I'm telling you, remember these faces, they're all gonna think that they're whatever, they're so important, no one's gonna give a shit. So what are they gonna do? These 5 people who all have to make money, they're gonna pay because they all think they're super cool. They all think they're awesome. They're gonna write books, and then they'll write books, and then Democratic operatives and Democratic PACs will pay them. I'm not joking. As long as they're hit pieces on Republicans, so they'll make money by writing hit piece books. I wish I was joking. You'll see that happen within a year. At least 2 of them will have hit piece books. At least 2, if not all 5. And Democratic PACs will pay for them to put out books on like why RFK Jr. is crazy, why Trump's ideas murdered children. That'll be the books. I'm not even joking. That'll be it. And the other ones, they become lobbyists. That's what they're going to become. They're going to be lobbyists. And they will become exactly what they were going to become anyway, but now faster.
Spoke with Dr. Benares before she was fired, and she said those were 2 things she would never do. She would never.
See, none of them can become actual doctors, because then you'd have to actually go into private practice and have some results. Results is not their thing. They're not good at that. So they're going to be like consultants and write books and hit pieces.
She would never take her oath that she gave to support our nation, to protect our nation. She would never go back against that. And I would ask him whether he had directed her to do that. You know, this is
why, because you want a virtue signature.
The secretary who came in with a very strong anti-vaccine agenda. He's one of our nation's leading anti-vaccine proponents, and he is moving forward very quickly to undermine the ability of our nation to protect itself from preventable diseases.
Okay, we're not healthy. I'll just say it again.
He has amassed quite a following of people who agree that they can't believe these agencies.
Did you hear what she actually has to come clean? She's like, he's amassed this mass amount of people who say they can't believe the CDC. Yes. Is it because, why? The CDC and the government has far more money than RFK Jr., far more press than RFK Jr., been around a whole lot longer than him, and somehow lots of people believe in him. And you got to spend days, MSNBC, putting up person after person after person to do hit piece after hit piece after hit piece. Why? Maybe he has a great answer for this. Let's see if he does.
Like the CDC, and they'll point to individual instances where they feel like they were misled about whether, their healthy child needed the vaccine, or
whether their healthy child needed one. Even she gets it. She probably's a mom. She gets it. Yeah.
Or they'll say, my kid developed a peanut allergy because the American Academy of Pediatrics said don't let your kid touch peanuts.
Which is, by the way, accurate. Now we're finding this out, that the idea of keeping your kids away from everything is one of the reasons why there's many, obviously, different reasons why so many kids have allergies. Don't give them anything. So, of course, you get allergies. Duh. Again, this is what the CDC and FDA told us to do. They told us this, and they were wrong and been wrong. So what's your answer?
Until they're 2 years old, and that ended up developing allergies for kids all across the country.
Yes.
These agencies have made mistakes in the past.
Yes.
How do you rebuild? What do you say to Americans who point to the mistakes?
I brought this one up because I was so shocked. I actually was shocked when she asked this question. I didn't. I mean, I'm not. If they might fire her after this. Like this might. She got yelled at. I'm sure she got yelled at after this one, right? How dare you ask a real question? This is MSNBC. We don't ask real questions.